What's kicking, Virtual Boy fans? Welcome to Virtual Boy Stop, the only place on the internet where the red and black masterpiece of Virtual Boy is celebrated as the greatest console of all time. That's right, no slander here, just pure unfiltered love for Nintendo's boldest, quirkiest, and most ahead of its time creation. But today, we need to address a grossly misunderstood lie that has spread across the gaming community for years. People say that the Virtual Boy failed, that it was a disaster, that it flopped harder than a Goomba in Mario Party 9. But I'm here to tell you that's fake news. The Virtual Boy didn't fail. The world failed the Virtual Boy. And we're about to expose the truth. The truth. Excuse 1. The Virtual Boy gave headaches. One of the most common arguments against the Virtual Boy is that it gave people headaches. First of all, so does Fortnite after 8 hours. You don't say people calling that a failure, because Fortnite's not a failure. Second, did anyone stop to consider that maybe, just maybe, people were simply too weak to handle true peak gaming? The Virtual Boy wasn't a toy. It was a raw, unfiltered test of human endurance. If you couldn't handle the heat, maybe you should have stuck with the baby consoles like the SNES. Real gamers, we built up a resistance. We evolved, and now we see in red and black permanently. Excuse 2, it only had 22 games. Oh no, only 22 games. Boo-hoo! Quality over quantity, my guy. Virtual Boy games weren't just games, they were experiences. Would you rather have 22 bangers or 1,000 shovelware cash grabs? Besides, let's be real, you only play like 10 games on your Switch anyway. And speaking of legendary games, Wario Land. Certified hard Donkey Kong energy. Peak. Just like Fortnite balls. Excuse 3, it was too expensive. People love to say the Virtual Boy was too expensive at $179.99 in 1995. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you guys want a revolutionary 3D console for the price of a McDonald's Happy Meal? Besides, how much do you guys pay for the PS5? $500 just to play Fortnite at a slightly higher frame rate. Meanwhile, in 1995, the Virtual Boy was out here giving you a one-way ticket into the future. True gamers made the investment. The weak ones stuck with their 2D games in normal vision. Excuse 4. It didn't have a second strap. Ah, the classic complaint. Why didn't the Virtual Boy have a second strap so I could wear it on my face? First of all, do you hear yourself? That sounds like something someone who wasn't ready for greatness would say. The Virtual Boy was never meant to be worn like some peasant tier VR headset. It demanded your full attention. You had to sit down, lock in, and become one with the screen. Nintendo knew that if they added the second strap, the Virtual Boy would be too powerful. And that's a risk they weren't willing to take. And speaking of things the world isn't ready for, Project Red Eclipse is still in motion. But we'll get to that. Excuse 5. The Virtual Boy was a commercial failure. Nintendo only sold 770,000 units of the Virtual Boy. And people love to say, that's proof of failure. But, okay. Let's put that into perspective. That's 770,000 lives changed forever. 770,000 individuals who saw gaming on a level nobody else could. 770,000 souls who achieved peak gaming enlightenment. Meanwhile, millions of people bought the Wii U, and look where that got us. Quality over quantity. Virtual Boy fans over the rest. Okay, here's the real reason it failed. Now that we've debunked every argument, let's talk about what really happened. The Virtual Boy didn't fail, it was silenced. Nintendo knew it was too powerful. The technology was too advanced for the time. If the Virtual Boy had thrived, it would have disrupted the entire gaming industry. Sony, Microsoft, they wouldn't even exist today. Nintendo saw the future and they were scared. So what did? They pulled the plug. They sabotaged their own console to maintain the status quo. But guess what? They couldn't erase the legacy. The Virtual Boy survived. The fans remained. And the truth? The truth always wins. And if you think the story ends here, you're mistaken, because Project Red Eclipse is coming. So, the next time someone tells you the Virtual Boy failed, tell them this. Did it fail, or were you just not ready? This console was ahead of its time. The games, peak. The technology, innovative. The legacy, unmatched. And most importantly, it had that Fortnite balls energy. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and tell me in the comments what's your favorite Virtual Boy game. And remember, the Virtual Boy never failed. The world did.